That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo, what's up? My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the World of 5K Subs, man. I'm really excited. Excuse me. We're about a week and a half, about a week out from Essence Fest, man, when one of the biggest weekends in culture and things of that sort. And speaking of culture in New Orleans and the Big Easy, Crescent City, 504, all of the things, man, it's a couple folks affiliated with the city, show love to the city and stuff like that. And then one native. So first of all, we're going to start with the person affiliated with the city, man. I want to say a happy birthday. You seen the title. You guys seen the title, man. A happy 39th birthday to Solange, bro. Solange is one of those people where, like, I feel like it's a handful of like perfect people. And Solange is like one of those perfect people, like, in my opinion, to be doing the orchestra and everything like that she's doing right now, that she's been doing for the past few years. And she's kind of started off in New York up there, and now is kind of taking it on the road to various orchestra halls and things like that, music halls around America, and New York, LA, in her hometown in Houston, and then bringing out the Clark sisters and things of that sort to perform, and Dorinda Clark, and giving Dorinda Clark her flowers and everything, man. Solange is just cool, bro. Like, she's just contributed so much to the culture. When you think of the Proud Family theme song, when you think of Johnson's Family Vacation as a kid, when you think of Tell Me the Truth, Boy, am I losing you for good? When you think about, like, her production, bro, like on the last two albums, When I Get Home and A Seat at the Table. When you think about her production influences, working with Tyler, the Creator, one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song off of Chromacopia, was probably, what was it? I Hope You Find Your Way Home. And Solange is doing the outro vocals on that, and it wasn't credited. And I was like, I don't know, I was so obsessed with it, of being like, is this Solange? It just made the song so much better. And Tyler was already rapping his behind off on there. But yeah, like, these last two albums, A Seat at the Table obviously was kind of like the turn of it all, just super pro-black, part of the trio of albums that came out of the elevator incident and things of that sort. And it was so just beautiful, bro. Like, I remember it came out when I was at Georgia State. A3C was still a thing in Atlanta, or still like extremely prominent and stuff. And Lala Martinez, shout out Lala Martinez. I believe she's a news anchor somewhere in the state of Mississippi now. She might be on the Gulf coast of Mississippi as a news anchor. But she was, my OG, and like kind of my advisor, the person I reported to at A3C, the Hip Hop Festival in Atlanta. She was doing a panel discussion with Master P. And the album just came out, so P was hot at the time because, he was narrating this album, Seat at the Table, and he was just really just saying some black stuff, telling his story throughout the whole time. And it was really the album was really giving him his flowers for, like, what he stood for with entrepreneurship and independence and everything like that. And you see that now in New Orleans with D1. D1's doing the same thing as an independent artist and really pushing his message, and everybody showing him love because he's doing his own thing. And his main message is anti-culture, but, like, I think that's enough purpose and enough strong, what I'm saying, type of statement to make that your entire platform in your career. Man, this entire album, bro, with Rise, there's like a distinct sound on this entire album with Seat at the Table, like, wait, I'm sorry, I miss, like, it's, sorry, not right there at the moment. It's 2:49 a.m. Eastern time, but, like, she has like this hum, like this consistent hum about her music, like a synth, like a chord that just, like, kind of constantly plays in the background, and it's like a common thing in all of her music. And I feel like she kind of found it with the Seat at the Table. and she's just stuck with that ever since. Like you hear her jam sessions when she goes on Instagram Live during the jam sessions, and it's still that consistent hum, this chord. I haven't figured it out, but like it's dope, bro. I'm not a well, I wouldn't say yeah. I'm not a producer. I'm not a producer, and I haven't played piano in years. But it's like this thing, bro, that just sounds so beautiful, dog. But Rise is a positive, optimistic track. And then you go to Riri and uh don't and the ways of the world. And the ways of the world. I love the interludes, the way she uses interludes on these last two albums, A Seat at the Table and When I Get Home. Cranes in the Sky, obviously the big classic. Mad Lil Wayne, once again sticking with the the um the concept of New Orleans. And at this time, like I want to say like she had a wedding in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just like this was a New Orleans project. I haven't seen any interviews for it, of A Seat at the Table and A Seat at the Table. I seen an interview she did with Trevor Noah for When I Get Home era, but I didn't see one with The Seat at the Table. But like this just seems like an ode to not only Black America, because I feel like back then when I was in school and I was at Georgia State and I was at Atlanta, like it just felt like a beautiful kind of ode to Black America, with FUBU and everything like that. Sorry. Ooh, geez, what is going on? It's 2:50. Is it because I just did a podcast for 2.5 hours, so that's probably what it is. But the I had to take it down an octave. That's out of key. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Solange, if you're watching this, but I appreciate your art so much. Thank you for what you done. Like I took it initially from the Black America experience and just appreciation from that. But then it turned into something that was like, this is New Orleans. Like this is specifically like Black Americans in the South, like based in New Orleans. And I just think that I don't know, it's a beautiful ode and very appropriate for the stream and stuff like that. So yeah, When I Get Home, at this time, she has the expectation. She has the buzz, like she has the following. Like at this point, me, and I know she doesn't like this. She doesn't like these conversations. She throws it in the trash. I'm so sorry. But I do prefer Solange. If I'll leave it at that. I think Solange is better. That's like, I guess, one of my quote unquote music hot takes. And I don't know if it's a hot take. It's all preference at the end of the day. But I definitely like this joint right here, When I Get Home, slept on. Not really appreciated. Kev on Stage made the thing because she had the things I imagine, things I imagine, things I imagine. She's like warming up as the opening intro track, and Kev on Stage made the joke about it, and he was like, "I like Cranes in the Sky. Try again. Try to catch me with the next album." It's crazy because Kev then got the interview with Solange. I guess she just loved and appreciate the honesty, but not When I Get Home is that one too, because it's much more hip hop. I feel like this one was more to H Town, to Houston. I don't know why I called it H Town there, but this is definitely Houston, When I Get Home. Well, dang, I never noticed that with the title When I Get Home. But yeah, this is When I Get Home. And then the other one, A Seat at the Table, that's New Orleans. And she has massive, wow, this is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm kind of discovering some of this stuff as I'm just, because I never just sat down and just spoke about these albums out loud like this. Yeah. But yeah, this one is much more like hip hop. You see this Not Screwed right here, but you had the I remember the and when she doing the little freestyle, and it's got the do nothing without intention, but it's like the video camera type of audio playing over. Benz is a hit, y'all know that. I Love Gerard, My Skin, My Logo, shout out to Gucci Mane. Almeida is the one. That was my favorite song when it first came out forever. Dreams is one of my favorite Solange songs. I grew up a little girl with dreams, dream, dream. And I kept it low. I kept it low on the octave because, as I tried to get up there for the last couple minutes, it just hasn't been working. Wait to the Shaw. Man, this right here, this little kind of 4-track intro. This is like one track altogether. Stay Flow is one of my favorite Solange songs, one of my favorite songs probably ever. So yeah, man. Solange, bro, it's different, dude. And like, I think that's why I'm such a fan of Layla. Like, I'm really just a fan, really, of artists that be producing like their own stuff. Like Veda, shout out Tony Snow, who's getting in that bag and stuff like that. Like, it's some artists, bro. Like, I just be loving. Like, obviously Tyler, Gambino produces a lot of his stuff too. Like, artists that create their entire worlds, I feel like it's more cohesive and it's more a thing when it's like one producer on an album, for real, for real. But shout out to all the rappers with producers as well. All that being said, happy birthday, Solange. Thank you so much for what you've given to the culture, given to music, provided for the South, representing the South. Your contributions all the way from the time I was a little kid, when I was, Proud Family 2002. So I'm 7 years old, all the way from 7 years old all the way up to now. So I appreciate you, and enjoy your day. Is she 39? Because Google's saying 38. Hold on, let me see. 38. Oh, she 39. Happy 39th birthday to Solange. Bow Wow 38. Dang. All right, anyways, let's get on to the next thing, shall we? Yeah, Drake is 39. Drake is like, is Drake older than Bow Wow? I don't know. I can't tell. Cause I seen a video of Drake saying he's 39. So, anyways, we'll go to the next thing. I wanted to shout out Lareezy, bruh, because Lareezy's just doing a lot of dope stuff right now, and he's got his EP, 7-track EP, produced by PJ Morton, coming up on July 4th. Hold on, let me look this up. I'm speaking about it, and I'm not even gonna have it linked up or whatever. Yeah, this Lareezy joint is coming out, man. July 4th with PJ Morton, bruh. And the two singles out right now is The Part of Me and For the Mind. And The Part of Me is like just cold. Like PJ Morton, bro, a masterful, bro. Like, he was just born into music, like music ministry, everything like that. Got it from his papa, everything. He just born into the music, bro. Like, his soul is crazy. Started off in the church. That's why the music's so good. Louisiana church, to be specific. And then growing up, Maroon 5, and doing his own thing and doing Disney, and man, like PJ Morton is just like, he's someone else I want to give his flowers and stuff like that. Like, but yeah. This Lareezy kid, bro, he's got like he like dresses and kind of like has a Tyler influence, but like it's but it's true to New Orleans at the same time. Like, it's lyricism, and it's different. It's like all black, but like it's still New Orleans. And I haven't. He was the first one that I seen from New Orleans like that. Everybody else in New Orleans has been like kind of like a little hard, or if it wasn't hard, like I feel like D1 was definitely different, but even D1 is kind of like a little more like tough, even though it's Christian and anti-culture. It still comes off a little more aggressive, and it's lyrical and stuff like that. It's still a little more aggressive. Lareezy is like, like all black, like, you know what I'm saying? The music that I'll be listening to mostly and stuff like that, kind of like my first go-to with hip-hop. And he's doing that from New Orleans. Like, I just never seen that from New Orleans before. It's either the real tough or bounce music, like dance music and stuff like that. Shout out 504 Ice Girl. Shout out to Only Heaven. Shout out to all the homies. Duty. What's his name? Duty Savage. Man, boy. That boy. That little Baton Rouge, little I love that music. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love that music. Like them Louisiana folks can dance, bro. They just that dance, put on, man. They have a good time in Louisiana, a good time in New Orleans, good time in Baton Rouge, and all that. So, but yeah, make sure you check it out. It's coming out Essence Weekend, Essence Friday. So the whole city gonna be out. The whole Black America is gonna be in New Orleans. But at the same time, don't forget to support and look at the locals, bro. Because this young man is talented. He's got the Kendrick cosign. He's got the Tyler the Creator cosign. He's already out of here. He's already gone viral multiple times. He's got about like 120,000 followers on Instagram. He's already out of here. However, this is just me just giving my cosign on this come up. I hope to interview him next week. I hope to interview him soon, period. I'm just putting that out there. I already, you know what I'm saying, commented on him and stuff like that. Man, we got my man's Reggie. I'm shouting out New Orleans, Reg. Man, why are you up at 2 a.m.? Why are you up at 2 a.m.? But yeah, I'm shouting out New Orleans tonight and everything like that. This Lareezy kid, he's cold. Check him out. He's got an EP coming out with PJ Morton next Friday on 4th of July. He said, I hear you. You up at 2 a.m. I'm just like, but yeah, salute. I appreciate you. Big time. I need to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, y'all shout out. Y'all support Big Time. People gonna watch this on the replay, Reg. But y'all subscribe to Big Time from Reg. They'll have new episodes, especially coming out this fall for football season, covering the swag, covering college football in general, all the things. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna pull them up right here. Y'all make sure y'all support all that good stuff when it comes down to it, because them boys gonna be active this fall. You heard me. You see how I did that? I'm working on it. He said I'm thinking of a master plan already done. Yeah. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe and pull up on Reg this fall, because I'm speaking about Baton Rouge, I'm speaking about Louisiana. That's one right there. And a vet, been doing it for a little minute too. He said, hey, look, I'm getting my words twisted, everything like that. I'm still on the East Coast right now. It's 3 over here. I'm getting my words twisted, but I'm getting through the show, everything. Okay. Now that we got through the music, let's go to the drama, man. Tabitha Turner. So Tabitha Turner, the long time, sideline reporter for the Hawks, the Atlanta Dream. I forgot, baby. Oh man, when I said you heard me, baby. Wazam, baby. They told me my Wazam, baby, is terrible. I'm working on it though. We'll get there. Give me like a year. But yeah. Mary Cola, who is an Uber driver, also a flight attendant, according to her TikTok bio, was allegedly hit and got into a fight with Tabitha Turner Wilkins. So here is the whole thing. Let me.
I watched the clips of the whole B
Oh,
Simone thing.
I just want to share something. Before I show y'all the other side of my face, I want to know if I'm wrong, because I'm very open. Why was I doing Uber today? I picked this lady up from the airport, right? I pick her up. We getting on about the ride. We about 15 minutes from her destination. She goes, it's hot in here. So I turn the AC up. No questions asked. I just turn it up. She goes, I just don't understand. I'm like, huh? She like, I just don't understand. This is a comfort car. Why are you doing comfort if you're not going to do what people ask you to do? I'm like, well, I just turned it up. Like, it's going to take a little second, for it to cool down in here. Like, bitch, I just turned it up. Like, literally not even a minute ago. Like, what do you think this is? Like, we're not sitting in an industrial fan. Like, I just turned it up. She's like, it's because you have the windows down and I can't feel it. I'm like, well, the windows are cracked. For one, they were actually cracked. I'm like, I keep on crack because a lot of people get in the car and they are sick. I'm explaining this shit to this bitch. She goes, I don't care. It's about my comfort. I ordered a comfort car. You don't need to be doing comfort if you don't. I'm like, so why are you yelling at me though? Like, I'm like, who are you talking to? Why are you yelling at me? This is kind of crazy over some AC. She's like, I'm sweating. I'm like, actually, I think it would best suit you if another driver picked you up, actually. So I'm going to take you back to where I picked you up from, and we're just going to leave that at that. That was not good enough for her. She is going off. She is irate in the backseat, tripping. So I pull over. I'm like, actually, yeah, I'm going to need you to get out right here. So I pull over in Hateville. We're off the highway. Pull over in Hateville. I'm like, can you actually get out? She's like, no, I'm not getting out until you give me a refund. I'm not going to do shit. Mind you, she's recording this whole exchange. I'm like, yeah, but you can just get out the car and I can end this trip and Uber can refund you. I'm not doing nothing. You're going to pay me or you're going to take me home. I'm like, well, we're going to be sitting here all day because I'm not doing neither. Like, Uber will refund you. Get out of the car. In what world is it ever acceptable to sit in a stranger's car and then try to insinuate that you feel threatened after refusing to leave what you are perceiving as a threat, which is me asking you to get out the car? So then after that, I get out of the car and I flag somebody down because I'm recording. I flag a driver down, ask him to call 911 because she's just showing her ass. So I open the other driver's side door, like the passenger door. She goes, oh, bitch, you think you gonna touch me? I said, no, but I actually want you to get out the car. Can you please get out the car? Like, you're escalating this shit for no reason. Like, I'm not in the mood. Like, it's just a lot going on in my personal life to be dealing with some foolishness, because this is foolishness. This bitch goes in her bag to get a weapon. So you know what I did? I got back in the car because what the fuck is this? I got back in the car. I sit in my driver's seat. I'm like, so you are going to do what exactly? She like, if you think you're going to touch me, da-da-da-da, bitch, da-da-da-da. I said, okay. So I proceeded to grab my mace and I maced the fuck out of her in self-defense. Because if you're going to be behind me with a weapon and insinuate that you're going to harm me, I'm going to act in my best interest, which is to protect myself. And that's what I did. I maced the shit out of her. So then after that, she proceeds to lunge from the back and attack me. You see my fucking eye?
I ain't gonna lie. First of all, this is my second time watching this, but seeing her, like, the fact that Tabitha attacked her after getting maced, she's a tough cookie. Tabitha Turner Wilkins allegedly is a tough cookie.
Even happen in the car. I get out the car because the car is full of fucking mace and I have bronchitis. I get out the car. This bitch runs up on me and tries to gouge my eye out. I have scratches in my eye. My eye has stitches. Fighting a bitch I don't even know.
Big Nate, what's good? What's am? Hey, catching up. This whole story, this thing, this lady with this eye, this situation happened because she was allegedly in an Uber driven by Tabitha Turner Wilkins, the sideline reporter for the Dream, the WNBA, and the Atlanta Hawks. Hold on, I'm gonna pull her up right here. Give me a second. This lady right here, you seen her on Ion doing WNBA, all the things of that sort. She was apparently giving her a ride back to her crib. Yeah. And she like scratched her eye out because she was like, it all started because she got in a car and she said, my comfort, it's hot. She said, okay. She just turned up the AC. She said, did you hear me? I said, it's hot. She said, what you mean? Like, I just turned it on. It's going to take some time. She said, man, you need to roll up these windows. She said, yeah, Tabitha. She said, you gonna roll up the windows? Watch the eye get so. Man, look, man, it's already looking bad, won't it? It's already looking bad, won't it, Reg? But she said, roll up the windows. She said, yeah, for the germs and this and that. And she said, man, nah, you need to roll up the windows. You need to do this. It need to get cool. I'm already sweating. She said, okay, well, I could just take you back to your pickup point. You can cancel the ride and you'll get a full refund from Uber and you can have someone else take you. And she said, no, we ain't doing that. I need my money back. She said, you'll get your money back from Uber once you get out the car and cancel the ride. She said, I ain't doing that. They end up fighting because this girl, the Uber driver, maced her because she reached her in her bag for a weapon allegedly. Tabitha did. And then they ended up fighting because Tabitha attacked her after she maced her. And then she got out the car, and then Tabitha came out and scratched her eye. And that's how this happened. She got stitches on her eye, and her eyes red.
Oh, it's crazy. I just want to share something before I show y'all the other side of my face. I want to know if I'm wrong because I'm very open. Why was I doing Uber today? I picked this lady up.
Okay. So that was the first video. I've seen this one. I haven't seen this one.
So essentially, to give you an update, because it's not really an update in my opinion, because nothing has really transpired because it just happened. Excuse the way I look. I had to wash my hair because it was mace all in my hair. But anyways, I would probably have more of an update by next week Friday, to be quite honest, because it's the weekend. And I have to get legal representation, and a lot is going to happen, just to be quite honest, and I'm trying to prepare myself for it. As far as medically, it's a lot going on.
Oh my God. Twin. Oh my goodness, bruh. Oh no. Man. Hey man. This one I'm Atlanta Dream, Atlanta franchise. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all near and dear to my heart. I appreciate y'all so much for letting me in independently this season to cover the Atlanta Dream. I know I've applied for some upcoming games. This was trending, man. This was trending. And I said allegedly and everything like that. I'm just playing the TikToks. They already went viral. If this affects my standing or whatever for getting in, then let it be. But yeah. Red said, if Tabitha had a weapon, why didn't she use it after she was maced? I don't know. I mean, apparently she did. She used something. Hey, respectfully. Goodness gracious, that's insane. Yeah, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is pretty bad. Allegedly, if any of it is true.
Not only did she
done hashtag the Atlanta Hawks.
She gashed me, like this was split. There are like abrasions all over my
Appreciate
face.
that, Big Nate.
She bit me. And like there are ruptured blood vessels all in my eyes. So I have to go to an eye doctor, and then I have to make sure I don't have any infections because she dug her nail in my eye. Moving on from that, nobody went to jail. But to be quite fair, we should have, because a physical altercation ensued, and that's something I know. Like, I am very educated on things. I don't think a lot of y'all really understand it because I don't really get on here and talk about anything that goes on in my personal life, but I'm a very educated girl. But yesterday, speaking about yesterday, we both should have been taken into custody because there was assault on both parts. It doesn't matter who hit who first. We both assaulted each other at a certain point. Whether one was
She said I should have went to jail. That's how you know she hurt. When she herself said, "Hey, we both should have went to jail." That's how you know, man. Come on now.
defending themselves or not, there was assault because I had marks all over me and I was actively bleeding on the scene, and nobody even treated me on the scene, by the way. I didn't even tell y'all about that part. That's a whole separate thing. But anyways, the police did show up. They were called 4 times. I flagged 2 people down to call. I called and she called. They were like back-to-back calls. They were called. For everyone saying like, why didn't you call the police? I did. For people saying like, oh, well, why did you get back in the car? Well, for one, when I got out the car and I flagged somebody down to call the police, and I went to the back seat to try and get her bags out of the car, and then she started doing all the extra and said that I was about to hit her, and I'm like, well, I would never touch you, whatever the case may be, and she went in her bag to retrieve a weapon. I got back in the car because not only was my phone in the car was still on, and I had nothing to protect myself. So when I got back in the car and I seen that she already had her weapons pointed at me, I proceeded to mace her. Yes, I did. And for all of the people like, oh, well, you know, you're the aggressor because you maced her first. It doesn't matter if I was standing outside of the car for 20 minutes and decided to get back in the car. None of that matters, because the moment I sat in my driver's seat and I proceeded to pick up my phone to try and dial somebody, and I seen that she was pointing weapons at me from behind, I had every right to turn around and defend myself, because nobody can be a threat to you if their
I do wonder what the weapons were. We'll probably see that in the police report, huh?
back is turned towards you. She was a direct threat to me. I just want to make that very clear. And not only that, she hit me. It wasn't like I maced her and then that was it. No, I maced her and she proceeded to mace me back. I turned my head
Oh,
towards
they
the
maced
window
each other, so it was just a mace. Lord bless it.
and she proceeded to lunge from right there and come and full-fledged grab my head and slam it against the window. So
Oh my
I just
gosh.
want
Did
y'all
all this happen because she didn't want to roll up the windows in the Uber Comfort?
to start thinking about how y'all shoulda, woulda, couldas only matter in like this unrealistic world, because we could sit here all day and go over shoulda, woulda, couldas, but none of that mattered because it didn't happen to y'all. Like, even people were like, well, why did you get back out the car? Because the car was engulfed in mace. Like, I don't think y'all understand like how strong that is. Not only was it me that sprayed, she sprayed, and we're sitting in a car. We're sitting in the car. The car is enclosed.
So they was just in the car like allegedly. I'm sorry, Landry, back in the game. Please don't cut me out, please. I'm sorry.
Windows are up. The AC was on, but at that point, the car had been idle for about, I'd say about 20 minutes at that point. So now it's picking back up with the heat because we're not moving. So after that happened, we both got out. And when we both got out, she took her bag and I literally got out to go to the trunk and get her other bag out the trunk. Out the car, because the trunk was closed. Like, I literally was just going to toss her bag out and drive off. And that's when she proceeded to run up on me and we had another physical altercation. Like, I am all for the get down. But that shit yesterday, that wasn't even no get down. That was just a random bitch attacking me. And not only that, I can't wait to show y'all this big bitch, because I was just amazed. Like, I was just so taken aback over the whole interaction. It wasn't even funny. Like, it was just so unbelievably ridiculous. And I'm literally saying that in a video, like, this is ridiculous. Like, what is wrong with you? And she was just going on and on and on and on and on. And it was just ridiculous to me, because the situation would have ended had she gotten out the car. I had no intentions on keeping this woman money. I had no intentions on not even taking her back to the airport. I just wanted to be done with her. Like, and then throughout the whole time, she's still demanding that I
SSB,
take her
what's
home.
happening?
And that was crazy to me. Like, not only did you just say on video that you feel threatened by me, but then you follow that up with
SSB, I'll catch you up real quick. This woman right here is an Uber driver in Atlanta, Georgia. She is alleging that WNBA and NBA sideline reporter Tabitha Turner, excuse me, was riding in her car, and then she said she was hot, so she turned on the AC. And as you know, it take a little minute for the AC to kick in. She said, "Man, I'm sweaty. Didn't you hear me?" She said, "I turned up the AC. What you want me to do?" She said, "Do something. I'm sweating." She said, "I could take you back off to your pickup point. You can get out and you can have another driver pick you up." She said, "I ain't leaving this car." She said, "Well, we're gonna be sitting here all day." And then eventually they start fighting. They start macing each other, and this is the end result. She has this eye, and she's telling us about it through a series of TikTok videos. This is the last TikTok video, and she's saying it's Tabitha Turner, the WNBA NBA sideline reporter.
You're going to take me home. Why would you want a threat to take you home? Like, I think a lot of y'all don't even understand how ridiculous y'all sound, because y'all be so engulfed in y'all anger that y'all have no rhyme or reason. Like, y'all just be talking. And to end this all I'm going to say is, I just want this situation to be utilized as a lot of platforms need way more protection for drivers, because we sit here all day and talk about what drivers do to passengers, but nothing has been done for the protection of drivers. And that goes for any gig. Everybody throws their hands up when a passenger does it, but let some shit happen to y'all. It's groundbreaking news. It's this.
She probably had the AC on before. It just probably wasn't on the full blast that she wanted it. But she had the windows cracked. She said, "Why you had the windows cracked?" She said, "Because sometimes people be you can't be fighting an Uber facts." She said the windows be cracked because of germs, and she was like, "But like, anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna kick in soon after a while," and they end up fighting.
Is that, is yada yada
Allegedly.
yada. It's crazy to me. And y'all get to go home and live y'all normal lives as if you weren't acting like a fucking wild animal on Saturday. It's crazy. But that's the update. So essentially,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what she's saying. She has a following, bro. She has nearly 50,000 followers. I'm trying to see if she was like at a game or something like that, because I know they took some Atlanta influencers to a Hawks game. Well, I guess we just won't see it. All right, how scroll back up to the top. I don't have TikTok. But there's that. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I think that will be a story being told and things of that sort. Uber drivers can get people blacklisted off the app 100%. 100%. I just want to see how this is going to play out, man. I definitely want to see how this is going to play out. And then I don't want folks to go back to work and then, you know, we run into each other because we in the same line of business. Everybody else was scared to speak on it because they didn't want to have an awkward situation. And, you know, me, I don't be scared of this. Well, I won't say I don't be scared, but I'll be like, I got to do my job. You know what I mean? So she's lucky she didn't go to jail. The driver said both of them should have went to jail because she said both of them was fighting. So they both should have went to jail, but they didn't. The last thing today is Mikayla Save Fox. This has 300,000 views. Mikayla Save Fox was 31 years old. It was a tragedy. This video is being used as a fundraiser. So I guess I will give it a thumbs up. So far, it's raised $91,000. So if you want to donate, you can go here on the Save a Fox YouTube channel. And she allegedly took her own life because of online comments. So yeah, that's how we're gonna end. Pretty dark, but yeah.
Hi everyone.
I guess the bright news of the night is like Trump said he called for a ceasefire and they all agreed, Iran and Israel, and everybody's going to chill and the war was going to be over in 12 days and it would be remembered as a 12-day war. He tried to give it a nickname in real time. We'll see if that holds. But that's the positive news. I guess this is the negative news we're ending on.
I just want to start this video out by saying parental advisory. This is not a video for children. And a trigger warning. Some of the things you're about to hear are going to be triggering for some people. I don't have approval from the board to make this video, but I have to say what needs to be said. I have to. This is a video.
They never planned the ceasefire already. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise, I thought we had some positive news, brother. Iran, bro, the ceasefire already. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Hold on. Live updates. Trump announces ceasefire attack in effect after forever peace. But is it all one big illusion? I guess it is a big illusion. He said, "Congratulations, world. It's time for peace." Oh, it's over with. The conditions of the ceasefire made no sense. That's what I thought. I was like, he tried to make it sound so. He's like, yeah, it's over. I think the ceasefire is unlimited. It's going to go on forever. Huh? He said there'll never be shooting each other again. But the president was already trumpeteering his chosen image as the peacemaker and a consummate deal maker. CNN cooking them, wasn't it? They cooking this man. And he followed up by announcing a ceasefire between Iran and Israel due to come into force later Tuesday. Ceasefires in the Middle East are often fragile and fleeting. All right, well, that was that. Trump says ceasefire is now in effect. American media is saying ceasefire. Iran media is saying no ceasefire. Israeli media is saying nothing. They had a ceasefire like a couple months ago and they started fighting again. Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Jeez Louise. Oh, man. Oh, brother. Iranian missile barrages strikes after Trump deadline. Oh, man, that's not funny. It's not funny. Hey, prayers up to all the you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jeez Louise. All right. I'm leaving this. The Iran ceasefire stuff. Going back to Mikayla Fox. Wait, hold on. Was I around in 2003 for the Iraq? Yeah. I was 8. So I barely remember it, but I was alive. Like I remember 9/11. But I was like, what, 6? I was 6.
And on making, and it's completely devastating having to sit down and write this out. But a couple days ago, Mikayla Raines passed away. This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me as I try to read this through the tears. Mikayla was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you really set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone else considered unrealistic. As many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum, and while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper-focus on one thing, and that one thing was obviously
You said you seen this before? I said this came out today. This video came out today, SSB. So I mean, you might have seen it today since it's viral. It's got 300,000. It's kind of a big talk and stuff like that of the day. But this just came out today.
Animals. From a young age, she dedicated every waking hour of her life to helping them, whether it was helping a snapping turtle cross the road or saving 500 foxes from a terrible fur farm. She was never in it for fame, money, or personal gain. She was truly one of the most selfless people I have ever known. She put the animals' well-being over her own time and time again. She would forgo sleep, eating, and showering if there was an animal that needed her help. And it was not just foxes. I've seen her help birds, reptiles, sheep, squirrels. I truly believe when it came to animals, she could do anything. She would build the strongest bonds with all of the animals here, constantly working to earn their trust and create a lasting connection. Every single animal here just lost their best friend. And over the course of her life, she was responsible for saving into the 4 figures of animals, and all of your support made that possible. She would always love the letters that you would send, the pictures and paintings that the children made, and the kind words and comments in your posts. Her words were heard by millions and has affected more lives personally than I could ever hope to count. She was not just a rescuer, but an advocate. Her legacy is Save a Fox. And despite her being the most important part of that, I am not going to let it stop here. I will do whatever I can to see Save a Fox keep moving forward to save as many lives as possible. I gave Mikayla all of my love and energy, and I will do the same with this rescue going forward. As long as you are all here to support us, we can do this. And I will try to keep the content coming since that is such an important part of our funding. As long as you all can continue donating, interacting online, buying merch, and coming here for tours, we can continue to help the many helpless animals that need us and educate and bring awareness to everyone. This is what Mikayla would want, and I have to see her goals and dreams be realized. Aside from being the amazing superhero of animals, Mikayla was also a wonderful wife and a caring mother. Every day I would wake up to a list from her on exactly what we needed to accomplish in the day. Her work ethic was, for lack of better words, relentless. But we did everything together. Despite her pouring out all of her love for the animals, she still found some love to give to me. I have never shared a bond with anyone the way I have with her.
Lord be with you.
We spent nearly every moment of every day together. And now
You gotta be there for your kids.
half of me is missing.
You gotta be there for your kids. You gotta be there for them animals.
Sorry. She had so many lofty goals and aspirations, and she would push and push until it got done. But despite all of this, she was a best friend to Freya. And every day she would teach her how to interact with, respect, and care for the animals here. They would go on pony rides together, swing in the fox yards, and take care of Freya's little cockroaches. The first thing Freya would want every morning is mommy. But through all of this, for her entire life, she struggled. She struggled with autism, with depression, with borderline personality disorder, and more. She was always in and out of different kinds of therapy, trying various mood stabilizers and meds, but nothing really seemed to help. Simple tasks were hard for her. Looking at her from the outside, you could never tell what was going on in her head, but even just socializing would send her over the edge. Looking at a cluttered restaurant menu would make her just want to leave. And wearing the jeans that she loved would give her so many sensory problems that it could ruin her entire day. And if you follow her personal page, she loved helping educate people about the problems that she and others faced on a daily basis. She would stay up late at night writing away about things out of her control and how she would attempt to cope with them. She made posts and discussed autism awareness so that it could be spread and help everyone understand just how difficult life can be for those on the spectrum. And she was so sensitive to everything, which is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it allowed her endless empathy for those in her care, but it also means that she took everything negative to heart. And now I want to talk about how words,
Oh my goodness.
whether
Oh my goodness. Ooh wee. Ooh. All right. I'm sorry. Whew. This is sad. All right.
spoken in person or written online can affect someone. For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Mikayla's name and the rescue. Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors, and being the sensitive human that she was, Mikayla took it all to heart. And it hurt her. It hurt her a lot. But she pushed through. For years, she pushed through the pain of people trying to bring her down and the mental challenges she faced, and she still rescued hundreds of animals and changed the lives of so many. But recently, more of the rude words, accusations, and name-calling came from some of those she considered close friends. I think all of this stems from jealousy and envy, but she felt as if the entire world had turned against her. She had always battled with borderline personality disorder causing emotional instability as well as impulsive behaviors. But this time it went too far. She couldn't bear what she was feeling any longer. And she ended her life. And it breaks my heart that someone who is selfless and devoted her life to animals could have so much negativity pointed at her. Why? That's all I can ask is why. In a world that's filled with darkness, she was just light. She was just light. And to those of you that pushed her to this, every one of you that had been responsible for making her feel this way, I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. And I wish you had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to revive her lifeless body. And I wish you had to hear the screams and the cries of her family. I wish you had to see tiny heartbroken Freya try to understand why she can never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it, before it had to go this far. And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences. If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up. And if you are feeling lost and hopeless, please reach out to someone, whether it's friends and family or calling a hotline. And to everyone else, please keep an eye on those around you. Look for the signs because they are there. Do something or say something before it's too late. Despite this being the biggest loss of my life and feeling like I have a literal hole in my chest, I will not let Mikayla's light be extinguished. And I won't let negativity win. And I won't let her mission fall apart. I am going to continue to push to rescue the remaining fur farm foxes, and after that, save as many animals as possible. But I will need your help. As long as you guys will continue to support all of us here at Save a Fox, we will keep pushing forward. I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Mikayla. For now, we all just need some space and some privacy, but I'll soon discuss a day where everyone can come here and pay their final respects. And I'm just gonna end it with, I love you, Mikayla. I will always love you so much. And I miss you.
Yeah, man, like SSB said, tough watch for sure. You guys make sure you support and donate if you can and things of that sort. I played that video because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and these are just things that I've always kind of, especially like the past few months, I've always kind of highlighted on the channel. It's a part of life and things that happen in the world that people don't really want to talk about. But just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and that it doesn't happen. Be kind, bro. Be kind to other folks. Because like he said, you could say, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. It's just the internet. It's not real life. But Buddy said, you know, she was on the spectrum. So she took everything literal. She took everything to heart. And just the little, you know, the smallest comments, you know, really affected her and things of that sort. You know, just be kind to folks, bro. Be kind to folks. If you disagree with someone, you know, you could say something respectfully. It's some people, you know, my comments has been respectful. You know, they haven't agreed with everything I said. I upload dang 5 times a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to agree with everything I say. Do 5 videos worth of content each and every single day for 365. Like, you're just not going to. You're going to disagree with something I say at some point. But it's at that point where we shift to, okay, just common decency, human decency and respect. And, you know, you guys have to just remember that whether or not it's online or in real life, you have to extend that respect to everybody. And I know a lot of times it's just like, you know, you have a long day or anything and you kind of just let that out in your conversations and interactions with different people. But, you know, just be mindful of that stuff because it could literally save a life, as you guys seen here. Prayers to the husband and the father of the child who is now without a mother and now a widowed husband. I don't think that's the word for men, but prayers to both of them, prayers to the family. And yeah, that's my advice for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and this particular instance. Just be kind to people. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna end it right now. This 56-minute stream, just under an hour. Everybody give me W streams, W streams, W streams. Shouts out to SSB. Shout out my guy Reggie Flood. Shout out Big Nate showing love in the chat tonight. I want everybody to be easy. Everybody be safe. Everybody have a great day. And, you know, hope to get out the crib tomorrow, things of that sort. If you know, you know. And as always, I will be back tomorrow night because I am live every single day. Peace. Wait, hold on. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good day whenever you're watching this. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. I will see you tomorrow because I'm live each and every single. Hold on. Let me take the chat off the screen too. Every single.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
George Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question. Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.